Uh, I am audible now. I think the sound is
Yes, sir.
okay. Okay.
Yep.
So now again, welcome for second session. So second session, as usual, uh, to balance some left out in the block one, some of the units, and then I have to uh, go quickly the second block units also. So I hope those who are already joining the first sessions remain same. If any new participant or new learners has joined, they can raise their hand or tell me, okay, first session has missed or somehow. Oh, anywhere in the, okay, Sandha and Nilima, okay. I think they you have not attained the first session, I hope. Nilima Joshi, can you unmute your mic and
Yes, sir.
okay.
Good evening,
I
sir.
think good evening. So first session you have missed,
Yes, sir.
okay. So no problem. You can listen the second session, same thing,
Sure,
and I will
sure, sir.
repeat. No problem. Tomorrow also again we have a class, so you don't
Okay,
worry.
sir.
Sometimes it maybe in your mind, oh I'm तो फर्स्ट सेशन तो मेरा मिस हो गया, तो
Yes, sir.
क्या होगा, शायद बहुत कुछ बोल दिया. नो प्रॉब्लम, तो वीडियो भी आपको मिल जाएंगे. You will
Okay, sir.
get the
Thank you so
videos
much.
also. Some video
Yes, sir.
through this video you can first session में जो भी हम लोगों ने चर्चा किया, you can
Yes, sir.
also.
Okay. Thank you so
So
much, sir.
thank you. I think Sandha is also same. Sandha, are you here?
Hearing, sir.
Okay. I think you also
Hearing.
missed the first session.
Yeah, no. I
Okay, you
didn't
are here.
attend.
Okay. Acha, you didn't attend. That means
Yeah.
first session you have missed, na? First session आपको नहीं मिला होगा.
Yeah.
So no problem. You can listen the video also. And I think they have made a
Okay.
chat box. Yeah, one WhatsApp group भी बनाया है बाकी students.
Uh,
They have prepared some of the chat box. I mean the WhatsApp group. You can also join and then discuss with the friends. No problem.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
before start the second session, Mr. Raj Tiwari, if you want to say something, Mr. Raj. Uh, no, I think. Anyway, so I think I have to go for this sharing mode again. Uh, I don't know. Uh, share. Recording has stopped, I think. Recording, I think, going on. But why it is not showing the recording icon? Are you people see the recording icon? I mean, the left hand side, some red color button.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
It
sir.
is there.
Yes, sir. Recording is on.
Okay. Okay.
Live
But
record is on, sir.
I don't know my screen. I'm not observing. Yeah. Okay. Now it has. I see. So anyway, I'm just going for the sharing mode. Okay. It is visible, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Shall I increase little bit or it is sufficient? I think it is maximum.
No, that's okay, sir.
Okay, na? Okay, no problem.
No, can you please maximize? Yeah. That's okay now. That's okay now.
Okay. So actually, there are so many structural systems are there. Bureaucracy, there are A, B, C. I think I just see somewhere. Before that, I have discussed the discipline, authority, and the responsibility. But I'm talking about the division of the work basically. So there, as for the well advocate, divisions of the work, how it is given, and finally, it has been observed in the different type of organizations. It is bureaucracy, as we know, basically in the government sectors. The delays, I mean, okay, quality is okay, but in the case of this type of company, structural hierarchy is more. So that's why sometimes it is delayed. Um, uh, Anyhow, it is still some of the organizations are suitable for this, especially in the government sectors, where a lot of checkpoints are required. But in the private, the bureaucracy systems are not there. The hierarchy is very less. The top CEO can take the decisions and quickly they have planned it. So it is still both the things are going on, and different type of philosophers as they have described which one is the depending on the situations they have decided which one is the good, which one is the bad. As nothing is bad, but it is depend the situation demands basically. So hierarchy, this all these terms you have to familiarize. Hierarchy, then your formal selections. Anybody in the outside? Maybe getting a, I think all are joined, no? Anybody in the outside? No, I think anyway. Somebody has to watch. I mean, maybe I'm in the sharing mode, so that's why sometimes I cannot notice. So if you feel somebody is outside, just call me. Uh, Stop me in between. I can admit, so that students should not be outside. Formal rules and the regulations. Then impersonality. These all are the your features. These all are the features as given. The I can go further, so that human relation approaches in the behavioral approach, that is also important. It has been also found by the different authors that this approach is now it is latest, and that is very nowadays is very important now, because sometimes you may see the rule policies even in the salary may not be effective, but leadership, communication, and the motivations are more effective than your things. So now these new management systems, new style of management, rather I can say the new style of management are uh, observed by the management, I mean the organizations, and they are adopting these philosophies. So motivation is one of the main things, and definitely the leaderships and good communications. That's why I highlighted all the three angles, all the three aspects: leadership, commission, and motivations. Then so many studies are there. I'm not elaborately saying all these studies. You just go through this, and some of the Harvard, I think, uh, published by the different institutions, different universities, different authors, what they're saying. These all are the history type. I mean, so everywhere, actually, most of the theses are emphasized basically the psychological and the physical aspect, where it is influenced the capacity of work. Suppose if you want to be capacity building in your organizations, so this is the area you have to look after: physiological, psychological, and physical aspects. They're the main thing, two things. Elton Mayo, that's the considered the father of human relation approach. He is the father of the business. So human relation approach are very common scenario, even in the present day also. Then what are the findings? Because a lot of literatures, reviews has been published by the different authors. So finally, Hathron, his studies and contributed significantly to the human relations theory. I can highlight the things in front of you, and some are like this. So right now I am highlighted. So question may come, what is the outcome of the hackathon studies? So question may be 5 marks or 3 marks, whatever it is. What are the outcomes of the studies? Then 1, 2, 3, 4, you have to answer it. Social norms, determination, behavior of the workers, money is not the motivating factors, then individual aspect, all these things are outcome of the studies. So you have to write in this way. System approach, another thing, system approach where the management as a social systems, they're considering it. Just simply read out how best you can read and memorize the things to understand as per your own. Write down. If any clarifications is required, we can discuss later on. Contingency approach is another thing, because the contingency approach are, as you know, when the situations are unseen, not clear about you, and I mean the unprecedented situations. So that time you have some approach, different this approach. The managerial practices, styles different situations context. This closely depends on the ground realities of the managerial function. It is believed to be a practical and a realistic approach to carry out the tasks of the management. So this is the contingency approach. As the contingency as such, the word is, you can say, the emergency. Suppose in the COVID-19, we have seen a lot of contingency in our home also have filled. The fund is now, salary is not stopped somewhere. Not a lot of companies are half salaries. So that time you should have some backup money, so that whatever the situations has come, it's unprecedented, and you have to survive the things. So they should have some contingency plan for that, and contingency amount, contingency fund you should have. So that is the approach every company should have. When you are your organizations, you keep in mind that contingency planning, contingency approach may be required in futures. There are two theories out there, theory X and theory Y. It is behavioral patterns basically. Sometimes you see the theory X are negative minded and theory Y is the positive as such, because some of the things are assumptions, delay process, not taking the decisions correctly, or maybe reluctant to take the things. This type of situations, it is the theory X we are calling. And somewhere there is a pessimistic on the positive sense. Things are there, risk taking leadership skills are there. That is the theory type. Why? It is some findings. This is basically some of the findings I try to highlight here. So he classifies these assumptions of the theory X, which reflects the authorizations, and management style, and theory Y is the participative management styles. Means in this case, it is widely, because the participative means you are taking the considering the all, your participative and the view inclusiveness and togetherness, that ultimately some positive decisions you can take it. But in this case, theory X are authority, because I am the boss. What I am saying the correct. So that type of sense are reflected there. So that's why you just clear, you can memorize, or you can keep in your mind X are negative sense and Y is the positive. This is not exactly the negative, means where the reflections are power, basically the authorization power, the so-called management styles. I am the chief manager, I am managing director, so I am the all. So that type of feelings are that is reflects. Here, participative word as such is showing the participative means participations, workers, supervisors, managers, CEO, consultant, everybody can participate in this way. So this is style, management style are very attractive and successful also. So theory Y are accepted. Assumptions are given the theory, as I said, there are dislikes. That's why I'm just highlighted the negative senses to explain the theory X. Dislikes, there is also dislikes, self-centered, lacks of ambitions, resist changes. Is all are you see in a negative sense. Now, whereas the theory Y, love, affection, look additional responsibilities, apply the self-control and self-directions, commitment, these all are in a positive sense. And just try to highlight the main points. Then after that, you can go further. No problem. Now, I go similarly summary. So this is the we need to like the same things. I can go for unit 3 also, so that also you can have an idea. Introduction, the role of it. The management is the process of integrating resources and the tasks towards the achievement of the stated organization goals. Means always you see basically management is a process. एक पद्धति है, एक मेथड है, जिसके थ्रू सबको जुड़ा जाता है, इंटीग्रेटिंग द रिसोर्सेज, जितना सारे रिसोर्सेज सब जुड़ा जाता है एंड अकॉर्डिंगली द जो वर्क है, जो टास्क है, वो आपको फुलफिल करना है अचीवमेंट के लिए, जो ऑलरेडी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने सेट करके रखा है, जो गोल ऑलरेडी सेट है। किसी का माइक साइड ऑन है, प्लीज उसको म्यूट कर दीजिए काइंडली। Now, management process. Process is a basically the systematic way of doing the things. Simply, पद्धति जिसको हम बोलते हैं मेथड, पद्धति बोलते हैं, वो कितनी doing the things. तो management process में it is a process which is continuous, ongoing, and systemic way of doing the things. However, the managerial role is evidence as an organizational through the strategic, technical, tactical, and operational responsibilities the managers discharge in the organizations. So I think it is all are simple words. In a meaning, I think you can understand the things because you are a now management student. So all the managerial words you have to some of the your improve your vocabulary, and during the writing skills you have to use this type of managerial words so that it can be impact in your writing skill also. Then it is very important managerial rules. That is your Henry Wijbes, the scientist, interpersonal and informal decisional things. He provided some of the interpersonal relationships and what are the feedbacks is coming by the process informations, monitor, disseminators, spokespersons, in this and leaders, liaisons are the interpersonal. Finally, it is a feedback and coming to the for the further interpersonal roles. So as a leader, now see as a leader, the top level managers represents because leaders, top management should be a leadership skill enough leadership skill should have. Manager, he uses the license role to gain the favors from the subordinates and the informations. And the function. The manager should have a affectionate. I mean, should know how to. Only the technical knowledge is not sufficient. Some human skills, how to deal with the humans, that skill should be required. But in the case of supervisor, you see, he has not interacted with the top management regularly. Even he has focused on the labor because most of the routine flow of work day to day, his target is to fulfill the productions. So supervisor is that human skills is required, but not as such. The manager is required or the other top level is required more. So his skill, only the operation skill is required more. Human skills is little bit less, but in this case, human skill is required more, top level and middle levels. Rather, supervisor should have a technical skill, operation skill should have a good technical skill should be. Because his ultimate aim, his task is oriented on the production only. So some informal is the positions, role. Okay, I'm just skipping some of the things. Management skills. Now here you see the need certain skills to perform the functions associated with the jobs. Because if the management are not know the functions or he has not associated the particular these jobs, then it may be effect and it may be the relations cannot be built up with the supervisor or the workers. So some certain of skill performance is required. And it should be associated with the jobs. Technical skill. As I said, the technical skills by default, and I mean, it is difficult for the manager to ensure smooth functioning on the part of the employee without requisite technique, because he should have a good technical knowledge. How he can see the quality of work, how can he decide the reward of the particular things, or he has really workers or supervisors the right direction or not. So only he have to ensure. So that's why before that he should be required the technical knowledge. And human knowledge, human skills. Human skills influence the manager's ability to work well with the people. Because you see, as a manager, you should have a good human skills. You should know the behavioral pattern of your subordinates. If your particular subordinate is not behaving properly, maybe he is not performing the work and as per the desired target, then definitely some mental requirement of counseling or maybe some of the affections, some of the sympathy, empathy, is all these things are required. So that's why manager should have a human skill, good human skill is required. And his subordinates, peers, स्टॉक कस्टमर्स, क्लाइंट्स, सबके साथ अच्छे व्यवहार करना सीखना पड़ेगा, जानना पड़ेगा, और यही तो मुश्किल है. एंड इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट ऑल, बिकॉज ये जो थिंग्स मैं बता रहा हूँ, स्टॉक होल्डर्स, कस्टमर्स बिहेव, क्लाइंट्स के साथ कैसे बिहेव करना चाहिए, और ये सारी स्किल जो है ना, ये ह्यूमन स्किल का अंदर में आता है. और ह्यूमन स्किल चाहिए ऑल लेवल्स में, पूरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में सबके लिए चाहिए. कहीं पर ज़्यादा चाहिए, कहाँ पर कम चाहिए, क्योंकि जिसके साथ इंटरेक्शन ज़्यादा हो रहा है तो वहीं पर हमारा ह्यूमन स्किल अच्छा होना चाहिए. डिज़ाइन स्किल्स, दोज आर इन टेक्निकल स्किल और डिज़ाइन सेक्शंस, दे शुड हैव ए डिज़ाइन स्किल्स होना चाहिए. ट्रबल शूटिंग कैसे हो, सपोज कुछ फंक्शनल प्रॉब्लम है तो दे शुड हैव दैट ट्रबल शूटिंग फंक्शनल स्किल, दे शुड हैव. A functional skill is part of your design skills. Conceptual skills, my integrated system, how it has connected to each others, that concept has to be required. Integrated means जोड़ना. Suppose there are so many workers are there, different skill workers are there. Somebody is an expert in assembly, some workers are expert in testing, somebody are, so different skills are there. The manager should have all the skills and in an integrated manner. That's why the integrated system is important for that, so that he can have a good exposure. So various subsystems, how it will be happen? I mean integrated systems, because you have some subsystems which connected to each other. When the subsystems are connected to each other, then automatically it will be integrated. So that's why we are saying the integrated systems, when all the subsystems are connected to each other. Then analytical skill, because as you know, nowadays it's very demanding. Everywhere it should have some analytical skills, where the database, basically these functions are based on the database only. Feedback, you saw some lot of test results. Based on this, you can have a analytics. Analytical skills of the manager to apply logical and systematic approaches to analyze the alternatives and provide the optimal solution, so that is assumed the significance in the contemporary context. कोई भी situation हो, if it is a challenging systems or some of the alternatives required, so that time manager has to analyze the things and give a some good decisions. एक optimal solution उनको देना है. So for that, all managers should have a analytical skill also. Management levels. Management levels means basically the you can say the top level or middle levels. So that is basically very small size, because in the top level people are very less. Are especially in the small size companies, their owners, managers are uh, actives. I mean, activates the needs of the support from others. So that case, but if the organization is very big, then it may require in mass skills. So management activities are categorized into 3 levels. तो इसमें 3 लेवल में बटा गया है, टॉप लेवल, मिडिल लेवल एंड लोअर लेवल. और तीनों लेवल में स्किल चाहिए. तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एज ए होल, देयर आर टॉप लेवल, बेसिकली देयर आर CEO, chief executive officer, president, chairman, these all are in the top levels in large movies. Executive directors. ये आप लोग एक बार पढ़ने से ही आइडिया हो जाएगा. You not to repeat it once and once. Then your middle level, actual operations level or operations of the organizations by the coordinating with the various departments. So middle level management basically where they are focused on the operations, and for that they are coordinating with the various finance, training departments, all the department के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं और time to time they giving the feedback, discussions, everything are doing on. They act as a linking pin between the high level and management at lower levels. So middle management basically एक तरफ से sandwich जैसा है. One part they are connecting with the top levels. What are the things they're giving the feedbacks, and other part they are in labor side. I mean the supervisor, foreman, that levels. So lower levels और upper level के साथ बीच में है middle levels. So almost they are as a things like this. I am taking the class actually online. So this is the way. The most times they are decided. So they act as a linking pin. Linking pins where, or you can say interface. In a technical word or in the computer word, we can see the interface. So middle management always interface with management as well as the workers. Lower level as such, where the your this is called the tactical management, or other way you can say the frontliners. I think this common word frontliners, frontlines executives. They are directly deal with the people directly in the fields or where the implementation is going on. So this is the level is the lower levels. Or in the factory sense where the workers are doing the work. Expected to initiate the new activities, new methods, new process, and new ways of getting these things done. So these are traditional things, this level, but the scenario as present scenario is demanding. You have to have some new activities, and where some challenges, where new process are there, how to get it, that part are you have to look out. So basically the innovative sense where jointly you have to decide it. There is no basically the startups companies basically where the people are jointly discussing and some new processes developed and try to get the jobs done. Then actually I've highlighted to see what are the after that situation has improved a lot of what are the clarity has come for the team. Then knowledge, as we know, the knowledge is nothing basically there in the competitive markets, and different change of policies, technology, economic landscape, vital you have to ensuring the success. So knowledge is one of the important, because lot of rules, policies are changing. So we have to go through this, you have to understand the things, and finally it should be marketable. So both theory and practice are the knowledge as such, the terms is not only the theory, you have to have some practice also. So now again, it has elaborated some of the things. It is important that the manager must take the right decisions at the right times. But when it will be available, I mean, when he can do these things, when he has a knowledge enough, the manager should have a good knowledge, then only he have a take the decisions. Then knowledge is a power, because he can ability to understand the whole process. So it's a part of the knowledge. Then leaderships. A manager is also a leader of the team. So demonstrating the leaderships and motivating the team. The manager uses this to influence and inspire the motivate towards the achievement of the goals of the organization. So that means the role of a manager means there are so many angles. He has to technically sound होना चाहिए, इसका behave आना चाहिए, knowledgeable होना चाहिए, skilled enough, technical skill होना चाहिए, and not only that, इनका जो motivation power होना चाहिए, so that वो अचीव कर सके, कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का जो गोल है वो पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहिए. तो एक तरफ से मैनेजर के अंदर में एक लीडरशिप स्किल होना चाहिए, so that he can demonstrate the things. Empathy is another issue nowadays. Art of knowing and understanding the feelings, needs, interacts at the team members. I can explain sympathy and empathy. There are two things. Sympathy, just for example, any poor person or any beggar came to you, please give me 10 rupees or 100 rupees, you just आपको दे दो. Sympathy, because आपको okay, गरीब आदमी है, चल ले जा, 100 रुपये ले जाओ. That is sympathy, or something you are किसी को आप थोड़ा बहुत help कर दिया, ठीक है. But empathy is different. Empathy is the feelings, दूसरे का दुख समझना और दूसरे का दुख अपने ऊपर में रख के सोचना उसका क्या जरूरत है, और इमीडिएटली उसका इंटरेस्ट भी दिखाना, और मतलब मैक्सिमम हेल्प उसको करना. नोइंग द अंडरस्टैंडिंग, नोइंग जानना और अंडरस्टैंडिंग करना और फील करना. तो इफ द कमिंग क्वेश्चंस कम, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन सिंपैथी एंड एम्पैथी, तो आप आराम से आप समझ सकते हैं कि सिंपैथी इज जस्ट ओनली आपने कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट कर दिया व समहाउ आपने हेल्प कर दिया. बट एम्पैथी इज above all, I mean, the top of the sympathy. Empathy is the top of the sympathy. Means इसमें sympathy तो है ही, प्लस एडिशनली आपको मन में एक फीलिंग्स है, उसका क्या जरूरत है वो आपने महसूस कर रहे हैं, वो चीज़ को अपने ऊपर ला रहे हैं, वो रोता है तो आप भी रो रहे हैं. तो ये जो फीलिंग्स जब आता है उसको कहते हैं एम्पैथी, और ये टीम का अंदर होना चाहिए. As a team member of the company, you should have empathy also. You have to show your subordinates your empathy also. I think somebody want to say something, I think. Yes? Anybody want to say something? Nilima Joshi have raised the hand.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, I think it is earlier maybe. Okay, no problem. Any other? कोई है बाहर? कोई नहीं? अनुराग गुप्ता कुछ बाहर बैठा हुआ. अरे अनुराग गुप्ता बाहर बैठा हुआ. और कोई है तो बाहर नीचे. Okay, I think now I can continue as early as possible. so that आपका जल्दी से हो जाए एम्पैथी। साथ साथ मैं कुछ डिस्क्रिप्शन देने का कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, सो दैट आपको मटेरियल पढ़ने का टाइम इजी हो जाए और ये क्रिएट करें मन में मटेरियल्स पढ़ने के लिए। बहुत सुंदर से लिखा हुआ, एक्चुअली इग्नू का मटेरियल इतना अच्छा है और इतना बढ़िया है, ये आपको आईआईटी में भी, इसका आईआईएम में भी पढ़ाया जाता है, मतलब स्टूडेंट्स का डिमांड है। आईआईएम पर अहमदाबाद में, बेंगलोर में और गुवाहाटी में जो आईआईएम्स है, वो सब स्टूडेंट्स भी इग्नू का मटेरियल खरीद करता है, अलग से सेपरेटली लेता है और इसको पढ़ता है, क्योंकि इतना अच्छा मटेरियल है। एनीवे, conflict resolutions, if any conflict resolutions that you have to conflict as
Sir,
a
one question.
tell.
Yeah, yeah. Apart from this material,
Okay.
because this material is very good, as you said, but the language is slightly complex. I mean, not
Yeah, I
explained
agree.
in a very lucid language. So, if you can
Hmm.
suggest some book which can explain the same concepts in a easier language, that will be really
That,
helpful.
yeah, that is good. I think I have some books also. I also refer these things. There are a lot of books are there. I think, are you seeing these things? That is your textbook of VSP Rao. This human resource management. This is a part of basically the MMPC 001 and 002, a part of human resource management. आप जब HR का स्पेशलाइजेशन आप पढ़ेंगे तो you can
Yes.
see these are things. So anyway, I think this book is good. Plus so
What
many
is the
other
author
books.
name, sir? What
Author
is the
name
author
is
name?
author name is VSP Rao. VSP Rao. I don't know if it is visible or not. I can show you. It is visible or not. Okay, I'll show you after that. Otherwise, in the chat box, I'll write. No problem.
Please, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
So there are so many other books also there. Lot of strategic management, because only one textbook may not be sufficient, because some of the chapters are you can get it from one book. So, and some of the things in other books. So that way, you cannot purchase different books. It is not advisable also. So better you stick to follow the materials, and not only you can type in the Google's particular item. Then so many website is also available. There you can, as a scanning, you can see, and the Google's also sometimes are explained in nice way, in a very simple way. There also you can go through this. So okay. Now I am here. So conflict resolutions is another issue. Then emotional balance, because that is, as you know, EQ, IQ, lot of terms has come. Now the SQ has also come. So many things are important nowadays. So it is extremely important for handling the team, because when you are in a team, so a lot of subordinates, different emotions are there. So how to emotional balance, how to balance the emotions, and all these emotions has to be aligned with your objectives, so that anybody's emotions should not hamper in your objectives. So that is the very important. And moreover, all these emotions has to be channelized. As a leader, he has to channelize, give motivations, and to stop these emotions. It may be a negative, it may be positive also. Excitement, showing the happiness, it is also emotions. I mean, in the negative side, when the crying, the peoples, or maybe the setback and all this, that is also things. So all these negative emotions to be covered up in the positive directions, and another things you have to see, emotions due to emotions, should I be over proud or it might be not too much excited is also not advisable. So you have to balance. Basically, idea is emotion ज़्यादा होना भी ठीक नहीं है और कम होना भी ठीक नहीं है. Somehow you have to balance it. There's a lot of case studies are also there in the emotional. Managers performs the critical functions of an organization. This is one thing. I can skip some of the coming to the question paper type. The employees are aware of their duties. It is common thing. Okay, so change in the work style and the design, workplace and technology support the employees oriented towards work, because the role and style are depending on what the management is giving you the as a support systems. So if your role, you can perform your role in a very nice way. So definitely it is individual styles, even in the company styles. So then you can function with part. So all these things are, you can say, the function of the management, because what is the work style, work design, workplace. See, all are different. Workplace in the sense where you are working, the atmospheres. I mean, even in the wooden furnitures also, how much space you have where you are working. It is really the sufficient space is given out. It's the irritation type or very congested. So all are affected. And what type of technology are supporting to you so that your irritation level can be reduced, because sometimes the net is not working, the network is not good, so then it will affect your work also. So workplace are very, see in the most of the software companies and you see, I think the multinational companies, they are very much aware of the workplace. It should be spacious around what are the saturated space required. Suppose there is a manager, he should have some at least 10 feet by 10 feet one room. She should be where some furniture should be there, some drawers, some of the almirah small, so that he can keep his files safely in the security. So space is also important. The design. So all the things are, you see, there are all are very important factors for the orientation to other work. If all these things are very nicely decorated or nicely infrastructured, then employee will be happy, and definitely we can expect more work from the employee. Then role of a manager related to the particular application of the management and not enter the management as done in the past already. Okay. Then to behave is also one of the important. Behave as investors, customers, coach, and partners as they share and attributes to each of the actors. That is also one of the important. Managers have to behave. You see the thing. Actually, I should highlight this portion also. Managers have to behave as investors, because you have to feel the organization, it is my organization. So by virtue of work, you have to invest. You should be committed. Your customers are your god. Your customers are your payer. So they are paymasters. So so this is the way that feelings should be there, and it attributes all these the attributes of each of the actors. Anybody is outside? Yes, I think. I'd be told to leave. Okay. So yeah. So managers as investors. This is the another word. So manager, you can say investors, not in terms of money. Investor normally were a common concept in financially investment, investors. No. Any work, any Sramdan, I mean, any work when you are contributed to the company, that means you are investing your power, your work, your knowledge, you are investing. So that things are, an investor tries to allocate the resources in return of the best outcomes. So as a philosophy, you see when the is invested, yes, why he is purchasing the share of particular companies? Because it's focused so that we can get good returns. Similarly, same thing, any organizations, the employees, management should invest with the employees, for the employees, their welfare, their salary structure, their health, and their children's benefits, their growth, future growth. So all are basically is a part of investment on behalf of the employees. Then you can say my company is good. So a good manager is thus who can effectively use given resources for optimum returns. So as a manager, he even in the raw materials or in his human capitals, everything, whatever the resources, in an optimum way, has to utilize effectively and get the results. So that is one of the quality of a good manager. Manager as customers. So effective management is determined by the customer feedback on the products, services. So there are so many things are there. The manager, what is the role and functionality of a manager? A manager as a coach. You see, there are so many things out there that all this quality when you have, then you can say professionals, the good managers. The coach, you see the side by side coach is also learning, is given a feedbacks all the times. As you know, the cricket in the football or everywhere, the coach is always also participating during the practice also. With the employee, you have to as a manager, just only you give a instructions. Okay, you do this, and after 3 hours or after one day, you just expect it from the output from him. It is not a good practice. You have to have a coach. You have to observe where he has stuck up, and you have to give a help to as much as possible to help to overcome the situations. And as a partner, you have to do it. So that's why the manager is a coach. Thus, the role of a manager is seen more in coaching rather than directing the employees. मतलब सिर्फ डायरेक्शन देने से नहीं चलेगा. आपने ऑर्डर दे दिया, भाई करके ले आओ, नहीं, इज नॉट सफिशिएंट. उसको पीछे पड़ के उसके साथ चलना है. तो देखो कहाँ फंस रहा है, और जरूरत पड़े तो और किसी से हेल्प दिलवा दो. सब एवरी एम्प्लॉयज आर नॉट सिमिलर सेम एफिशिएंट. तो जो कम एफिशिएंट है उसके साथ किसी को जोड़ देना चाहिए, भाई इसको थोड़ा हेल्प कर दो, तो उसका पीछे चल रहा है काम. लाइक manager as a partner, there are so many things out there. And just give you some glimpse so that to create your rating power, so that you can मेरा काम ही है आप लोगों को पटरी में लाना, so that आप ट्रैक में आ जाओ और इस तरह का पढ़ाई करो. Then your delegations, proactive attitudes. Some of the key points are there. You can pick it up this way. So I think now close this one. I think it was required. In the here actually some of the points are there. Planning in unit number 4. Planning, you see, without planning you cannot do it. There's some primary aim is of management. the primary only, planning only, where you have to plan it. The planning is the first and the most crucial functions that needs to be performed for the effective functioning of other management functions. When when you extract the things, basically you see here the sentences are maybe sometimes complex, maybe 2-3 sentences are added. You can simply write small sentences. The planning is the most crucial functions. That's all. That don't put it in or same another bullet point you can write. It needs to perform for the effective function. For the other functions, it is related to other functions, and because planning um, are helping to do the other functions also. So this is the way आप इसको break कर दीजिए, break करके अपना language में 2-3 sentence में लिख दीजिए. But themes and concept should be same, but you are not exactly writing the same thing. As per your language, you can write it. The planning is done by the managers at all levels. Then planning is a means to some end. As such, the involves the choices among alternatives. So planning is considered the important attempts to offset the uncertainty by foreseeing the in the futures. Because प्लानिंग आपको बस अच्छा रहेगा तो कोई भी अनसर्टेनिटी हो कुछ भी परिस्थिति आ जाए तो आप उसको फोर्सी कर सकते हैं, दुर्दिष्ट होके आप देख सकते हैं कि ऐसा कुछ प्रॉब्लम होने वाला है फ्यूचर में, तो आप सजाग हो जाएंगे, उस हिसाब से आप एक्शन लेंगे, अपने आप को सावधान हो जाएंगे और मे भी उस हिसाब से आप वर्क को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर लेंगे. तो प्लानिंग में कई सारे फायदा है, मैंने फायदा में एडवांटेजेस. फोकसेस अटेंशन ऑन द ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. आपको प्लानिंग जो हो उसका हमेशा ऑब्जेक्टिव के ऊपर फोकस रखना चाहिए. लीड्स टू इकोनॉमी ऑपरेशंस, हेल्प इन कंट्रोलिंग द एक्टिविटीज. देखिए इसमें हमने जो जितना हाईलाइट किया, अगर एग्जाम का टाइम आप इतना ही लिख के आ जाएंगे सफिशिएंट है. किस चीज का इंपॉर्टेंट है, व्हाई प्लानिंग इज इंपॉर्टेंट, व्हाट आर द पॉइंट्स आर कंसिडरिंग फॉर द प्लानिंग. तो घुमा के क्वेश्चन हो सकता है. आपको इतना ही लिखना है, पांचों पॉइंट छोटा छोटा करके एक एक सेंटेंस में आप लिख दीजिए. अगर इतना सारे आप लिखना नहीं चाहते फिर भी आपको मार्क्स मिल जाएंगे. आपका प्लानिंग क्या है, इफेक्टिव प्लानिंग मैनेजमेंट. So this is the way I can briefing the things. So feature of the planning is very important. So what are the features of the planning? That's the activities, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. ये सारे प्लानिंग का हिस्सा में आ जाता है, इससे दायरे में आता है, प्लानिंग के दायरे में आता है. स्कोप, प्लानिंग का एक स्कोप होना चाहिए. देन योर कंटिन्यूस बेसिस प्लानिंग. ऐसे नहीं आज मैंने प्लानिंग कुछ बना दिए और वो ही कंटिन्यूस होता रहेगा. नो, इज अ कंटिन्यूस प्रोसेस में चलता रहेगा, ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का चलता रहेगा. Or other, I can say that depending on the dynamics conditions, you have to change your planning accordingly. Planning is futuristic. तो फ्यूचर का ध्यान में रखते हुए आपको आई थिंक और भी कुछ आया होगा बाहर से. यस, जितिका कुमारी, इसको मैंने एंट्री कर दिया. देन तो इफेक्टिवली द बेस्ट एडवांटेज, बिकॉज अगर आपने फ्यूचर को कंसिडर करते हुए पहले से प्लानिंग बना के रखा है तो आपने वो परिस्थिति जब आएगा आप अगर आराम से उसको निपट सकते हैं. तो मैं दिस ये आपका एक एडवांटेज है. तो ऐसे आपको कई सारी चीज़ें हैं जो मैं एक्चुअली समय का अभाव से पूरे जा नहीं पा रहा हूँ. बट मोटा मोटी मैं सब सारी चीज़ आप लोग को प्रोवाइड कर देंगे सो दैट आराम से आप घर में बैठ के आप पढ़ सकते हैं। आई थिंक ये भी ऐसा का कोई व्हाई द प्लानिंग इज नेसेसरी इम्पोर्टेंट। तो बिकॉज द फर्स्ट चेंजिंग बिजनेस एनवायरनमेंट है, इट क्रिएट्स ए नीड फॉर द डेवलपमेंट प्लानिंग। जिस तरह का परिस्थिति चल रहा है हमारा बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन मैनेजमेंट में और इकोनॉमी में, तो कई भी कंपनी में बहुत ही सुचारू ढंग से अच्छे से प्लानिंग का आवश्यक है। उसको साथ साथ उसका डेवलपमेंट भी होना चाहिए। ये नहीं मैंने 2 साल पहले प्लानिंग बना दिया, उसको कुछ चेंज नहीं कर रहा हूँ, कोई मॉडिफिकेशन नहीं कर रहा हूँ, चलेगा नहीं, क्योंकि आपको परिस्थिति का आधार पर प्लानिंग को आपको चेंज करना आवश्यक है, तभी उसको आप अच्छे से डेवलप कर पाएंगे। देन और क्या है, पोटेंशियल फेलियर बहुत सारे एक्चुअली मटेरियल, agro material are sufficient enough, no need to go for any books. If you see the core people, those who are contributed in this preparation of this material, all are very prominent and very learned persons. They are top class educationists or academists. So that they have written their experiences, they are sharing, and finally it is a collected effort, all these materials. And so many books they have referred. If you see the particular units, after that they have referred, so many books they have referred, and finally they have achieved all this. So it is one of the very good things. I can't. So anyhow, I think that I will provide. Better, I think, make it interesting अभी इंटरेक्टिव सेशन को और अच्छा करने के लिए हम इसको क्लोज करते हैं। बाय बेटर हम आपको दिखाते हैं क्वेश्चन का पैटर्न, वो ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है, आप एग्जाम नज़दीक आ गए हैं। आई हैव डाउनलोडेड सम ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस, लेट्स सी। कहाँ है? आई थिंक ये मेरे पास एक क्वेश्चन पेपर है का उल्टा कैसे हो गया? इसको दिखाई दे रहे हैं? इट इज विजिबल ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ओके, ये आपका MBAOL का ही है, देख लीजिए। 7 है, ये जस्ट कब का एग्जाम है? लेटेस्ट ही है आपका एकदम, जो लास्ट टाइम हुआ था। MMPC-001 कहाँ है? ये कौन सा है? C06, ओके। 1 5 है, हाँ यस, MMPC-001 आ गए। तो ये देखिए, मैं आपको एक पैटर्न दिखा रहा हूँ। आई डोंट नो सेम पैटर्न होपफुली होना चाहिए, क्योंकि यही तो लास्ट टाइम हुआ था। एक स्टूडेंट मुझे स्क्रीनशॉट भेजा था मुझे, तो मैंने उसको सेव करके रख दिया है सो दैट आप लोगों को दिखाएं। 100 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन था। इसमें देखिए 3 सेक्शन, सेक्शन ए, देन सेक्शन बी एंड सेक्शन सी। सो लॉन्ग आंसर देखिए, देयर आर 3 सेक्शंस। होपफुली यही पैटर्न हो सकता है आप लोगों को हो। शॉर्ट आंसर्स देयर आर तो बड़ा कर देता हूँ, इससे बड़ा नहीं हो रहा है क्या? होगा, हाँ, इससे भी बड़ा हो जाएगा। यस, आई थिंक नाउ इट इज मोर कन्वीनियंट टू सी ना। फॉर आंसर 5 क्वेश्चंस and each 4 question 4 marks, तो 5 into 4 20 मार्क्स। इसमें ऑप्शन है टोटल 7 क्वेश्चन है, आउट ऑफ दिस आपको 5 क्वेश्चंस करना है। सो दैट मीन्स आपको 2 क्वेश्चन एक्स्ट्रा है, तो आपको चॉइस आप कर सकते हैं। तो क्वेश्चन ब्रीफली डिस्कस द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ मीनिंग ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कल्चर। तो ये अभी आए नहीं आपको, टुमारो इसके बारे में हम लोग चर्चा करेंगे। जैसे थर्ड ब्लॉक में, थर्ड फोर्थ ब्लॉक में होगा कल्चर इश्यूज। देन व्हाट इज ट्रांसैक्शनल एनालिसिस। जब कोई चीज ट्रांसैक्शन होते हैं, पूरे कंपनी का परिवर्तन एक परिस्थिति से दूसरा परिस्थिति हो रहा है, तो वो कैसे एनालिसिस किया जाता है। सपोज पहले आईटी नहीं था, नाउ इट हैज टोटली ड्रास्टिकली चेंजेस, एंड इवन after the training you are posting somebody in somewhere, the transaction even in the after the training, the trainers जो training करके आ चुके, what type of transactions they have filled, वो analysis करना, really they have trained or not, they are really ready to perform the work or not. So that type of analysis is a part of your training and development part is there. ये हम लोग चर्चा करेंगे. Then briefly discuss the utilitarianisms proposed by the जॉन स्मिथ। ये केस स्टडीज बुक्स का अंदर में है, दिया है। तो व्हाट इज द लाइन एंड स्टाफ रिलेशनशिप इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ये हमने थोड़ा बहुत टच किया है। द लाइन जो फ्रंट लाइन्स का स्टाफ्स, उसके अंदर में क्या रिलेशन होना चाहिए, मीन्स इन दिस केस सुपरवाइजर्स, फोरमैन, इवन इन द मैनेजर स्टाफ है, उन लोगों के साथ फ्रंट लाइनर जो है उनके साथ क्या संबंध होना चाहिए, व्हाट आर रिलेशनशिप्स विद ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस। हाउ टू ओवरकम वेरियस फॉर इफेक्टिव डिसीजन मेकिंग। आप कोई इफेक्टिव डिसीजन लेना चाह रहे, क्या क्या बैरियर्स है, क्या क्या समस्या है, क्या क्या इश्यूज, प्रॉब्लम्स और पिटफॉल्स, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स आर देयर, दैट बैरियर को कैसे तोड़ा जाए, दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस। सो ऑल आर प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चंस एंड यू हैव टू राइट इन योर ओन, टेकिंग ए हेल्प ऑफ द materials and some of the theories, some of the concept, these are the things. Then Hesbach's theory of motivation. As you know, the motivation, there are 7 steps are there. First is physiological things, then your security, then your, that one of the good diagram is there. मैं अभी देखता हूँ diagram अगर है तो मैं आपको दिखा देते हैं. I will show this motivational diagram. So this type of things. What is the trait theory of the leader? एक लीडरशिप के लिए उनका अंदर में क्या क्या गुण होना चाहिए, क्या क्या उनका अंदर में हुनर क्या होना चाहिए, सो थ्योरी है लीडरशिप। इसको एम्पैथी होना चाहिए, देन इसको स्किल एंड टेक्निकल स्किल अच्छा होना चाहिए। सो मेनी आपको लिस्ट आउट समथिंग। क्वेश्चन का मार्क्स ओनली 5 है, तो 5 मार्क्स के लिए आपको तो पेज के बाद पेज लिखना नहीं है, ओनली बुलेट करके आपको छोटा छोटा सेंटेंस में लिखना है, आपका कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर है। तो टाइम टेकिंग, देखिए सेक्शन ए इज शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस, इट इज ऑलमोस्ट शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन है 5 लिखना। देन आपका देखिए सेक्शन बी मीडियम आंसर, मीन थोड़ा सा आपको पढ़ा चढ़ा के लिखना है। देयर 10 मार्क्स है, इसमें भी 5 क्वेश्चन है, 10 मार्क्स है, टोटल 50 मार्क्स। एक कैडीज 10 मार्क्स, हर क्वेश्चन 10-10 मार्क का है, तो इसमें थोड़ा सा एटलीस्ट 1.5 ए पेज, एक पेज और आधा या 2 पेज होना चाहिए। So briefly discuss the techniques which are used in decision making. So this is the way the structured, I think, different chapters I will. Approaches of the organizations and the analyzing the work. Work को कैसे analysis किया जाए। आप पूरे block, all the block को जब read out करोगे, then definitely you will get lot of questions from here. This briefly discuss the type of plans and the importance, different type of plans and the importance, ये भी आपको क्वेश्चन आ चुके हैं। देन आपको देखिए पार्ट सी जो है, पार्ट सी में क्या है, अच्छा इसमें भी हुआ 13-14 कितना ऑप्शन दिया है इसमें, आई थिंक आपको ऑप्शन मिलेंगे। इसमें 5 क्वेश्चन है, तो आपको 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, इसमें भी 7 क्वेश्चन है, आउट ऑफ दैट 5 क्वेश्चन आपको आंसर करना है। नाउ लेट्स सी द पार्ट सी, सेक्शन सी, लॉन्ग आंसर्स। इसमें आपको 15 मार्क्स है, आंसर एनी टू आउट ऑफ 3, 15, 16, 17 आपको 2 क्वेश्चंस करना है. Discuss the changing role of a manager in the current scenario with the relevant examples. आज का परिस्थितियों में आपके एक मैनेजर का क्या मतलब होना चाहिए, चेंजिंग रोल, उसका एक मैनेजर का क्या रोल होना चाहिए. Discuss the changing role of a manager in the current scenario. That means एक पहला तो उसका एक एम्पैथी होना चाहिए, इसका स्किल होना चाहिए, सेम थिंग उसका सब कुछ एक कैपेसिटी होना चाहिए. एम्पैथी सिंपैथी दुनिया भर के सब चीज़ आप इसमें डालते चले जाओ करके इसको बढ़ा चढ़ा के आप अपना एक्सपीरियंस डाल के और कुछ एग्जाम्पल देके इसको आप आगे बढ़ाना. सो दिस इज द वे यू हैव टू एक्सपांड इट. व्हाई इज चेंज नेसेसरी फॉर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में व्हाई चेंज क्यों आवश्यक है, इसका कई सारे कारण हो सकता है. मे बी दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आर नॉट प्रॉफिटेबल, मे बी CEO और लीडरशिप स्किल का प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है, मे बी द प्रोडक्ट इज क्वालिटी इज नॉट गुड. देयर सो मेनी रीजन हो सकते हैं. आप सारे रीजन को गिनाना है, आपको लिखना पड़ेगा क्यों, कारण क्या है. और उस केस में आपको प्रेजेंट सिनेरियो मार्केटेबल, जिसे कहते हैं कॉम्पिटिटिव एडवांटेज, वो होना है सो दैट आपको कंपनी सर्वाइव करे, आगे टिक जाए. तो इसके लिए चेंजेस का आवश्यक है. आपको एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ेगा why the change is required, necessary. Discuss different forms of organizational change. जितने सारे फॉर्म है आपको बताने पड़ेंगे, कुछ एग्जाम्पल देना है. Organization requires effective management, but there are several challenges which the management has to encounter for effectiveness. Discuss. मैंने आपको एक सिचुएशन दे दिया आपको इन्वर्टेड कमा में, ये वही भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो है उसका इफेक्टिव मैनेजमेंट के लिए उसका बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस का सामना करना पड़ता है, जो मैनेजमेंट के एनकाउंटर होता है उस चीज़ों के लिए इफेक्टिवनेस को पाने के लिए. तो क्या क्या चैलेंजेस है वो एनकाउंटर करते हैं मैनेजमेंट को, जो परिस्थिति के साथ संभालने के लिए, वो आपको चर्चा का विषय है, उसको डिस्कस करना है. क्या क्या परिस्थिति से उभरना पड़ता है, उसमें एक्सटर्नल इंटरनल प्रॉब्लम भी हो सकता है, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट भी हो सकता है, रिलेशनशिप इंटरनल आपका आपस में एम्प्लॉयज के साथ रिलेशन अच्छा नहीं है, मैनेजमेंट के साथ रिलेशन अच्छा नहीं है. कोई बार ये भी होता है पॉलिसीज आर नॉट गुड, कंपनी के लॉ ने सैलरी अच्छा नहीं है, कोई सारी बहुत सारी चीज, प्रोडक्ट जो है मार्केटिंग में मार्केट का प्रोडक्शन ठीक नहीं चल रहा है, इसीलिए इफेक्ट हो रहा है, सैलरी डाउन में जा रहा है. तो चैलेंजेस आपको गिनाना है, क्या क्या चैलेंजेस है, किस परिस्थिति है, और कैसे उसको एंटर करना है इफेक्टिवनेस के लिए. और दूसरी बात ये भी होता है डेवलपमेंट, ट्रेनिंग का भी आवश्यक. कई बार एम्प्लॉय जो है स्लो डाउन हो जाता है, एम्प्लॉय का अंदर में स्किल नहीं है, वो डेवलप हो नहीं पा रहा है, मैनेजमेंट कुछ उस दिशा में सोच ही नहीं रहा. तो उस केस में हो सकता है उसको कुछ R&D, रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट और HRD एक अच्छे से डिपार्टमेंट खोलना चाहिए, सो दैट उसको इफेक्टिवनेस को बढ़े. तो सो दैट वो धीरे धीरे वो चैलेंज को हम एनकाउंटर कर पाए. तो मैं जस्ट एक क्वेश्चंस को आप लोगों को कोशिश किया आइडिया देने के लिए. और भी है, कल देखेंगे, बात करेंगे इससे.
Sir, I have one question.
यस, अभी मैं थोड़ा स्टॉप शेयरिंग करता हूँ, आते हैं आप लोगों के पास. हाँ बताइए.
Hello, sir. Yeah, so my question is that for 5 marks, how much we have to write? Like, for example, if we count the words, like go through the words, it will be
Okay.
50 to 60 words for 5 marks.
या एक्चुअली मैं बताता हूँ, इसमें ऐसे कोई फास्ट हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल नहीं है, बट ऑन एन एवरेज 5 मार्क्स के लिए हाफ ए पेज आपको लिखना है. हाफ ए पेज मीन्स अराउंड 100 वर्ड्स, मे बी 175 to 100 words, half a page. It is different.
Okay.
The handwriting will be different. Somebody will written in a big size, a small size. So
Yeah.
on an average, then if it is a more than 5 marks, say at least 1 pages. If it is 10 marks, that in, as I said, 1.5 page is required. And then if it's a 15 marks questions, then at least 2 pages you have to write it. So again, I'm telling you, it is not a thumb rule. It depends on your maintaining the contents, what you are exactly writing, that is truly effective or not, and it is justifications you have to give it, and which are the theories you are adopting. Okay, fine. I can just tell you one of the questions answer, how to write the answers.
Yes, sir.
Forget about it, half page, one page, full page, forget about it. What about the questions? What are the questions? Effective challenges. Suppose इतना challenges आ रहा है आपको, कैसे आप उसको meet करोगे? जो question आ चुका। First आपको लिखना है introductions, means ये हो क्या रहा है, किस परिस्थिति चल रहा है, वो इंट्रोडक्शन में आ जाएगा। देन आपको बताएंगे थोड़ा सा डिटेलिंग, मीन्स जैसे हम लोग पिताजी को और पेरेंट्स को लेटर लिखते थे ना आगे में, फर्स्ट आपको रेफरेंस लगते हैं, रेस्पेक्टेड फादर्स, डियर फादर्स, देन आफ्टर दैट यू हैव टू गिव सम ऑफ द इंट्रोडक्शंस। ओके, मेरा प्रणाम ले लीजिएगा, माय रेस्पेक्ट टू द कन्वे टू माय रेस्पेक्ट टू मदर्स, माय अफेक्शन टू कन्वे टू माय सिस्टर्स। सो हम लोग कुछ कुछ को भूमिकाएं, कुछ इंट्रोडक्शन देते हैं। देन आपने एक पैराग्राफ लिखा, देन आप आपने सपोज मान लीजिए हम अभी हॉस्टल में है, हॉस्टल में पढ़ाई चल रहा है, अच्छे से चल रहा है, क्लास चल रहा है। देन आपको धीरे धीरे आपका जो समस्या है, जो प्रॉब्लम आप फेस कर, वो लिखकर मेरा कुछ बुक्स चाहिए, इस बुक मिल नहीं रहा, ये आपको इंटरनेशनली बुक करके लाना है, तो $100 का चाहिए, दैट मनी आई शॉर्टेज ऑफ मनी, सो आप प्लीज कृपया मॉनिटर करके व कुछ करके भेज सकते। मतलब मैं जस्ट कहना चाहता हूँ, रिलेट कर रहा हूँ। सो दैट मीन स्लोली पहले क्या लिखा आपने, उसको परिस्थिति को बताया ये क्वेश्चन में। देन आपने बॉडी ऑफ द लेटर्स, मीन्स आपका जो क्वेश्चन का आंसर दे रहा है, दैट पार्ट आपने दिया। उसमें थोड़ा बहुत आपका क्या थ्योरीज, कुछ थ्योरीज आर एडोप्टिंग, चैलेंज को क्या क्या इश्यूज है और उसमें क्या क्या एडोप्ट होना चाहिए, वो अपने स्ट्रक्चर के बारे में लिख सकते हैं। स्ट्रक्चर हैज टू बी चेंज कंपनी में, और मे बी द मोटिवेशन इज रिक्वायर्ड। तो आपको आप मोटिवेशन का क्या मतलब क्या होता है, मोटिवेशन क्यों चाहिए, आप जो जो पॉइंट्स को आप थ्योरी के बेस में लिखोगे उसको आपको हाईलाइट करना है, दो दो सेंटेंस में लिखना है। हो गया। लास्ट में आपको देना है एग्जाम्पल्स, यू हैव टू गिव सम एग्जाम्पल्स, यू कैन रिलेट एज पर योर एक्सपीरियंस, योर कंपनी एक्सपीरियंस, सेम सिचुएशंस आपने कैसे उसको उभारा, मे बी दैट सिचुएशंस आपने कभी देखा, एक्सपीरियंस किया लाइफ में, वो चीज़ आपको आराम से उसमें 2-4 सेंटेंस पे आप लिख दीजिए। 100% आपका मार्क्स एक नंबर भी नहीं काटेगा, क्योंकि यहाँ योर कॉन्सेप्ट इज क्लियर। उसमें आपको 5 नंबर तो 5 देने के लिए मजबूर हो जाएंगे एग्जामिनर। नो नीड, दे विल नॉट डिडक्ट एनी सिंगल मार्क्स। So that is the idea. When you are presenting your answers, you have to write very accurate manner. It should be relevant. दो तीन चीजें, it should be relevant, it should be factual, it should be theory based, and it should be अपना मन कराने से नहीं लिखना चाहिए। आपने जो मन में है वो लिख दिया, ऐसा नहीं, आपका डिसीजन नहीं चलेगा, आपको थ्योरी बेस्ड लिखना चाहिए। मैथ्स लॉ ने ये कहा है, मोटिवेशन लॉ में ये कहा है, मोटिवेशन के लिए ये चाहिए, आपको कोट करना पड़ेगा। अब मैं बोल नहीं पा रहा हूँ, ये मेरा बात नहीं, ये मोटिवेशनल लॉ है, उसमें लॉ का हिसाब से ये बात कहा गया है कि ये चीज करेंगे हमारा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अच्छा होगा, ऐसे करके आपको रिलेट करना है। लास्ट में आप एक एग्जांपल दे दीजिए। गॉट इट? मैं क्या कहना चाह रहा हूँ। और ये फिलोसॉफी नॉट ओनली दिस पेपर, हर पेपर के लिए आप लिख सकते हैं। नीलिमा, एक्चुअली मेरे पास तो जो क्वेश्चन पेपर अवेलेबल है इग्नू का साइट में, मेरे पास वही है। सेम थिंग यू कैन ऑल्सो डाउनलोड। एडिशनल क्वेश्चंस तो मैं जनरल, आई एम नॉट ए क्वेश्चन सेटर, गूगल्स में मिल जाएंगे। गूगल्स में आप सर्च करोगे पर्टिकुलर दिस यूनिट, आपको लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आपको मिल जाएंगे। आजकल तो अवेलेबल है, छोटे 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 क्वेश्चंस मिल जाएंगे। तो दैट वे यू कैन ऑल्सो जनरेट, आप खुद क्वेश्चन बनाओ। अनदर थिंग, एवरी मैं फॉरगॉट टू टेल यू वन थिंग, हर यूनिट का जैसे समरी के बाद पहले इंट्रोडक्शन हो गया, देन समरी, लास्ट के बाद देखिए सेल्फ असेसमेंट, और उसमें कुछ छोटा छोटा क्वेश्चन भी है। वो क्वेश्चन आप ध्यान से पढ़िए, आप देखोगे वहीं से उठा के आपको क्वेश्चन एग्जाम का टाइम आते हैं। एग्जाम शेड्यूल एग्जामिनेशन डेट तो मिल आ गया ना, आई थिंक पोर्टल में है, LMS पोर्टल में आप देख लो, उसमें मिल जाएंगे। मैं एग्जैक्ट मैंने नहीं देखा कि कहाँ है, बट सुना है एग्जाम डेट आ गया। आई थिंक एनीबडी इज अवेयर ऑफ द एग्जाम शेड्यूल?
Yes, sir. It is starting on December 19th.
It's 19.
हाँ, तो नीलिमा, आई थिंक नाउ जोशी, नीलिमा जोशी, नाउ वी कैन please share in the chat box also, so that other students can aware. Those who know the exactly details, please share in the chat box, so that other students, those don't have, they can also have this. So this is the way, I think. Okay, I think these questions, yeah, good, very good. Link भी दे दिया है. So it is online exam. Okay, good. So नीलिमा को पता चल गया 19 से लेके. Now the question pattern, exactly I don't know. Last 2 or 3 days before, I think RC regional directors. Thank you, Gamma. Thank you. So he has explained, because it is only the programmer can tell you, exam department. So you can write a mail to exam sections. What is the pattern will be there? It is a computer-based MCQ type, or last to last. So you can say which are the paper are reflected in the site, the same thing, which I have shown you. It is from the site only. So that is the I think things. You opted. You have to during the exam paper, exam filling time. You have to give your options. You are required for pen paper or computer based exam. So based on your options, in the admit card it will be written. Exams in the exam center itself, you have to. There are two things. One, some people are giving by pencils, and others are different center, computer section. They have to, in the admit card, different location will be there, exam center, where all the computers are there. This is the computer center. There you can have it. Computer based means basically you have to sit in the computer itself. The question will come, short questions, long questions. Same question will come in the where the in pen papers. They are writing. You are, instead of writing, you have to type it in the computer. You have to type. The organizations like this, challenges are there. You have to type it. वो एक पैरा दे पर आपको कंप्यूटर में टाइप करना है. आप देखे होंगे जो क्वेश्चन पैटर्न छोटा छोटा क्वेश्चन होता है, बड़ा क्वेश्चन नहीं है, छोटा छोटा क्वेश्चन. तो आंसर भी छोटा छोटा ही होगा, 5-7 लाइन का ही होगा. तो कंप्यूटर में आप फटाफट, बहुत आदमी बोलते हैं हम कंप्यूटर में हमारा अच्छा है, टाइपिंग स्पीड मेरा ज़्यादा है, आप फटाफट लिख सकते हैं, लिखने के ज़्यादा हम टाइप करना अच्छा लगता है. अच्छा, सम ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स कंप्यूटर की स्पीड है ही नहीं, वो सोचता है ना पेंसिल में अच्छा रहेगा मुझे, मैं अपना पेपर में पेंसिल लिखेंगे. तो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन इंडिविजुअल. तो एग्जैक्टली इट इज इंडिविजुअल चॉइस. मैंने आपको बता दिया पेन पेपर और कंप्यूटर में क्या डिफरेंसेस है. कंप्यूटर में आपको कंप्यूटर दिया जाएगा, आप कंप्यूटर में बैठना है, उसमें आपको क्वेश्चन आएगा, आपको लिखकर टाइम दे दी जाएगा 3 आवर्स, वो 3 घंटा का अंदर में आपको सारे क्वेश्चन लिखना है, और उसके बाद कंप्यूटर के अंदर में ही आपको सबमिट करना है. आपको अलग से कुछ नहीं मिला, कंप्यूटर में आपको सबमिट करना है. और जो पेन पेपर में देगा उसको बाकायदा क्वेश्चन पेपर मिलेंगे, कागज भी मिलेंगे लिखने के लिए, लेकिन जैसे हम लोग एग्जाम देते आए हैं. सेंटर में भी डिफरेंट प्लेसेस में, कुछ एग्जाम सेंटर में होगा वहीं पर पेन पेपर ही होता है, वहीं पर कंप्यूटर है ही. और कुछ सेंटर में जो है वहीं पर पेन पेपर का नहीं, सिर्फ कंप्यूटर लगा हुआ है. तो उसमें सारे स्टूडेंट को वहीं जाके आपको कंप्यूटर में बैठ के एग्जाम देना है. एक्चुअली ये भी मैं अपना असम्पशन में जो फर्स्ट पिछला जो हुआ है उसी साथ आधार पर बोल रहा हूँ. आज का डे में क्या चेंजेस हो रहा नहीं हुआ वो आप लोग मेल करके बेटर एग्जाम से जान लीजिए, वो अच्छा रहेगा, सो दैट इसमें कोई कंफ्यूजन ना रहे. क्योंकि हम कुछ कहेंगे तो आप मेल डालो और जान लो. और एडमिट कार्ड में आपको साफ क्लियरली लिखा रहेगा. अच्छा, ठीक है, एडमिट कर दिया. So I think now any
Sir, am I audible to you?
yes, tell me.
Sir, actually, I have already submitted my request for examination.
Okay.
Okay, and I have selected the computer-based test.
Okay.
But my speed on keyboard is not that good. So can I change the option?
That
I
part.
have already received my hall ticket.
Okay, actually that part you have to immediately contact with the center, regional center, RC1 where you are belongs. You have to contact with them. They are the authority to change your request.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
For one request, I am taking one of the snapshot. So can you open your camera, please, for time being, for attendance purposes? Vishwajit, okay. Nilima Joshi, okay. Ketan, small. Nishant, Akanksha Kashyap, okay. अंजलि गोयल फाइन विजय लक्ष्मी सुबह से ही 2-3 क्वेश्चंस पूछा है विजय लक्ष्मी मैडम कहाँ है okay, no problem. So now I can take the snapshot. Okay, thank you very much. I think I have taken the shots for my attendance purposes. Dilip, I think Dilip, you can see in the portals, notification will come. Anyhow, last date has gone. You have to contact with your regional centers immediately. They can maybe physically they can accept your exam forms and give it to you. Those who have missed the exam form or something, that administrative part, so that part you have to contact to your regional centers. Tomorrow is the working day, so better you can go there and do it as early as possible. No, normal. Vijayalakshmi, can you switch on your mic? Can you tell me exactly what you want to know? Vijayalakshmi?
No, sir. I was answering somebody's question. They want to say when they want to type, which type they want to choose. No, so I'm telling them that they have to do it when they fill the exam form.
Okay, you're just helping me. I mean, corporate social responsibility, CSR. You are doing the CSR. Very good. You are
Thank
helping.
you,
No, very good. Then you can write in the chat box also. It is better so that other people can. Yeah, it is chat box only. Very good. So, because you see the mostly exam patterns will be same. Exam question pattern will be same, but mode of things it is only the exam center can see, depending on the availability of the exam centers and the other things. So that you have to contact with these things. Actually, I am as an academic counselor. It's not my jurisdictions also. So anyway, it is not my limitation basically. I have some limitations. So as far as course materials and study, if any question, what are the you require some of the answer, that I can definitely provide you. As far as my PDFs, which I marked, definitely I provide you. So that is. Any preparations, any preparation related, or any doubts from your particular course, MMPC-001, where the area you are lacking, that you can highlight, and I can prepare myself, and tomorrow I can say something about this. Because now here you see the one-sided. Now what I have, I'm just giving you one-sided. Definitely I have a plan to cover up your keeping on the exam point of view. I'm just saying all these things where the questions may come that area and try to look after, so that you will be benefited this way. Apart from this, if in your mind something, you can ask, no problem.
So may I have one question?
Mhm.
Yeah, so actually I have told you that I have submitted my typed form of the assessment. So if I will not get the chance to change that assessment and I am giving that exam, I will pass in my exam. But the assessment point of view, if there is a typed form, I don't think so that will be acceptable. Okay, as you said. So in that case, I will get failed in the exam. So like, what is the way to change that, or like, what approach should I follow to get change, or would have a better things to do?
Uh, okay, so far, whatever I have understand from your things, I think in between some noise was there.
Okay,
Uh, so that's
sorry.
why maybe somehow I missed some of the things. Anyhow, assignment once you have submitted, it will be evaluated, no problem, and marks will be given, and it will be reflected in your grade cards. I mean the LMS portal also. Not immediately, maybe after exam. All these marks will be things. Two part is there. There are term and exam, and your assignment marks will be reflected simultaneously.
Okay, I
That's
was
what.
saying I have submitted by type, not handwritten. I have typed and submitted. That is
I
the
think
issue.
it is not acceptable. But however, you can write a mail to your RC1, where I don't know. So Nishant, you are from which regions?
I
Delhi
am
or
from
Delhi?
Mumbai.
Bombay.
Mumbai.
So you just write a mail to your Bombay office. That this is the
Sir,
thing.
I have
File
given a
this.
multiple mails, but there is no reply.
No, but whatever your side you can write. But whatever they
Yeah,
are answering or not, you have to do your job. You write email
yeah.
again. You have to write email with the attachment, and you write something. Yeah, wrongly I have submitted my uh, printed copy to the portals. However, that portal has closed. How to rectify it, I don't know. I'm sending my fresh assignments this way, and you please consider it. But from your side, you have to give us some request. Yeah, I'm sending again with a handwritten copy. However, I have sent earlier. That was somehow mistake from my side. So that's the way you can appeal. You can request to things. I don't
Yeah,
know exactly.
I have.
Again, I don't know. That will be that considerations is by the Bombay RC only. They have to consider it.
o- Okay, like if you can figure out the something from your end, please try that, because like is that is the more critical thing. Because if I pass my written exam, but I will fail in the assessment exam, then it's not going to be work. I have to give the exam again and again. That is the reason I
Now,
was asking. I have a problem with that.
for that, it is not the end because it's assignment you can again send to the January from the June exam. Again, you can send it, no problem.
But we
That
have to
time,
write the exam again, na? With that.
no. For exam, it will be affected because once you have
Okay.
submitted, or suppose if it is not available, for example, have you received the admit card?
Yeah, I received.
Then no problem. Then no problem. In the debit card, it is there. But no problem. You can give the exam. No problem. Then maybe the assignment marks may not be added because of this
Yeah.
default. So you don't worry. Your marks will be preserved. Marks will be retained.
Sir,
And it will not be deleted. Your marks, exam marks will be there. Then in the month of March, again you can submit with a fresh assignment. You can submit along with your
Okay.
second semesters. You can submit it, no problem. It will be considered.
Okay, then in the
sir,
next time I do not have to give the first semester exam. Just I have to submit this,
No, no,
right?
no, no, no. It will not affect you
Okay, thank you,
because
sir.
sir, I
some
have one question, sir. Who the students are not submitted the assignment still? What I have to do now?
that case they can club it with June exam, no problem. In the March, April again you have to submit for the second
Now don't
semester.
have now don't have time to submit.
No, that time has gone.
We have 2 days to submit. 2 days is still two deadline.
I,
30
I
of
yeah, I think so.
November.
So that is
Yeah.
immediately you have to contact with your
So same assignment will submit on June, right?
not same that time new fresh assignment. Suppose you are within 2 days you are not able to submit this is assignment, you are just dropped. Suppose you are dropping this assignment right now, then in the
Yes, sir.
next time, then in the next sessions when the new fresh assignment will come, you can submit.
Okay.
You can again download the assignment and write it.
So July 23, 2023 and June 2024, the questions are same.
Then fine. Then
Luckily, yeah.
if it is written in the
If you will,
assignment
if you
form,
will assign, if you will submit the assignment, so we have to submit the both one, this one and June also.
now one thing I think Vidya Lakshmi is correctly said. It was slipped my mind. Yes, correctly said. It is the assignment for only 1 year. So now, if it is valid for the January to 24 session also, then no problem. Same assignment you can submit.
Okay, sir.
Is it so, na? Vidya Lakshmi?
Yes, sir. For July 23 and June 24, the questions are same. But
Okay.
I think the questions will change for the next year. And
Then no
yeah.
problem.
Hello.
So what I have analyzed is all the
Thank you.
questions are this for the all assessment. Like if we go for 23, 24, or 22 or 21, the questions are same. Just they
No,
have
it is not.
given us. Yeah, actually, I have seen that. It
Correct.
might be
The
different
similar
for.
questions are repeated, but
Yeah, like
questions
questions are
will be
same.
repeated. No,
Not exactly the same.
questions are
Maybe
repeated. Yes.
yeah, chances are because you see, as a question bank is there. Based on this, they have to pick it up and their analysis the part. Okay, these questions are 2 times as not given. Okay, this time you can give it. So this is the way you can analyze yourselves. If you analyze the last 5 years question paper, then very easily you can identify which are the important. So you need not to worry about it. Automatically you can guess it, and you can help to the others also.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, anyhow, I could not fill my form on submission date. So, is there any way
Exam form.
exam form? Yeah, right, sir.
Oh, then I don't know. Maybe you can right now contact with your RC, and then I don't know. They maybe will take some late fine, or they can allow you for exam
Yeah,
form.
we can submit to the like region center offline and give the
Ah,
exam.
okay. So that is immediately have to do it.
So I have to go regional center.
Yeah, yes. I think that is 3 days before one seminar was conducted, orientation program by the RC Delhi one, and that time all the students has joined and they have clarified also. So immediately you have to contact with your RC.
Sure, sir. I can contact tomorrow, sir.
They will help you. No problem.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So anyway, I think today actually I'm trying to try to recap the things which I have tried to emphasize today's class. First things, there are how many units? There are 14 units, in particular this MMPC-001. It is basically the basic fundamental foundation paper. First one is the management, where you are just focus on your organization matters. Just what are the functions, management functions. We have just tried to understand the management functions and some of the process. What are the process for the things? So first two blocks are basically the introduction parts and some of the process we have seen, and the question patterns also I have discussed what type of questions will come. Then how to read the uh, your course materials, how to highlight the things, and if the questions are coming uh, from there, then what are the writing portions, that materials, I think you can collect it and then you have to write in your own way. And how to answer it, that also I have explained that questions should be specific. Content should be relevant, and theory should be there, introduction should be there, and the last, definitely one example should be there. So you can relate the example from your own experience, or any situation based, that also give right. So this is the way you can get a good marks like this way. So start preparing these fashions, and I hope very within a short times you can finish it up all the units. First you will try to read the introductions, then the summary, then you look some of the units, sub units from the particular units. Then you switch over to unit number 2, again the introduction and summary. So this is the way you can cover up all the important points. Then you note down when you are reading or I think suffering in the net or maybe the study material. Always you should have a one exercise books and pen, and you write immediately. This is the put points you can write. What are the things are today you have learned? What are the new words you are listening, or what are new that you have to explore the things. And you finally after that you can see in the Googles, you can extract a particular this word, what are the meaning of these particular things. So for example, competitive advantage. There are a lot of things. If you see the competitive advantage, there are half a para, 1 page, 2 page you can write particular on these things. So if you have to define the these, that's your knowledge will be enhanced. Knowledge will be enhanced, and your writing skill will be more. You can write in a very constructive way. So because it's the management course, so your writing skill, communication skills are to be noted, because what the way you are answering, it is your answer should be structured way. You have to write. ये नहीं पहले मैंने अपना रीजन बता दिया, एक्सपीरियंस भी डाल कुछ कोटेशन दे दिया, उसके बाद में कुछ ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. एक सीक्वेंस में आपको आंसर देना है. और during the study, maybe you have to see that some of the things are duplication. It's not actually the duplication, same word are repeating somewhere. So it doesn't mean that it is it's a maybe odd tips or details you have to know more about this. So this is the way I can, because very long hours, you are long time, you are also sitting and listening. And it's really but I'm really thankful to everybody that you are listening very carefully my words. And I don't know how far I can go to this, because some time constants are definitely there. I have a lot of MCQ questions, mock tests, a lot of things are there. So I don't know it will be possible or not. So tomorrow let's see. Tomorrow I'll try to quick show the slideshow, all the marking portion where I marked, quickly I'll show, and at least half an hour, 40 minutes I kept for the discussion and show some of the question answer sessions and some of the more questions we can discuss. That will be better. So hopefully tomorrow everybody should come in time, and in a better way I can interact with this situation. All these things. So I think thank you very much. If any not question anything, I can now, with your permissions, I can wind up. Or if anybody say something, today's sessions, how it is and what you have gained, voluntarily anybody can say which you have really achieved or not today's sessions. 1 or 2 minutes you can say.
Sir, Vijayalakshmi here. It was very useful.
Okay,
And you give insight on very important points. I hope we can study more in the tomorrow session. Thank you so much.
Thank you much. Thank you very much. So this is the way I can once again the thank you, and I'm closing the sessions. So now I can stop the first.
Thank you so much, sir.
Recording.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So now I can. Okay, thank you all.